Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Azure series. So in this series we will be talking about different Azure services. But in today's video we will be looking at introduction to cloud computing in general. So without further ado, let's dive into what cloud computing is. So cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of computing resources over the internet or the cloud. It allows users to access computing services such as storage, databases, and networking without having to own and maintain physical data centers and servers. So this is um, cloud computing, but in a nutshell, cloud computing is just like renting a computer online. We will go into more details, right? But for now, let's go to data center. You can see on the last session of the definition, you can see where it mentioned that you don't have to own a data center. Let's look at what is a data center. So a data center is, according to Wikipedia, is a building, a dedicated space within a building or a group of buildings used to house computer systems and associated components such as telecommunications and storage systems. Now, what is all this talking about? So, if you want to create a data center, the first thing you need to do is to rent a building or build one. Then you stock it up with what computers in racks, right? So you need to stock it up with different computers, a lot of computers. So that is what we call a data center. Let's go to the next one. Let's see how cloud computing works. Now, if for example AWS, if they have a computer that is 500 terabytes of hard disk and 1 terabyte of RAM, this is just a random number. I'm not saying this is what AWS or Azure are, but this is just a random number that I want to use to explain of how cloud computing works. So if they have such system and you want to rent a computer, you want to rent a system from them, maybe you want to rent 1 gigabyte of hard disk and also 2 gigabytes of RAM from them. So what will happen is that they will create a virtual computer for you, right? So this virtual computer is creating like a system inside their own system, right? So when they create a virtual computer for you, you can use the virtual computer, and when you are done with it, you can as well close it down or remove it entirely from the system. So the application used in creating this virtual computer is what is known as hypervisor. Hypervisor is an application that helps create virtual computers, or what is known as virtual machines. And the process is called virtualization, right? So the next one we will be talking about availability zones and regions. Now, what is availability zone? Availability zone is just is also data center. You can use them interchangeably. So data center, you can also refer to them as availability zone. While a region is a collection of two or more availability zone. So you can see the first part will have two availability zone. which make up the region, and the second part will have 2 availability zones which makes up that particular region. So a region one availability zone cannot be called a region. For it to be a region, it has to be 2 or more availability zones. So let's go to the next one, which is types of cloud. Right. So the first one is the public cloud. So the public cloud is what AWS or GCP or Azure is doing, right? They are cloud providers, so anybody can access their system, anybody can use any of their system. So that is what we call the public cloud. So anybody can log into their console, create a virtual machine, use any of their services. So that is what we call the public cloud. Then the next one is the private cloud. So the private cloud is for example, like financial institutions. You know, their data are sensitive, or the healthcare institutions, their data are very, very sensitive, and they are very cautious of security. They don't like exposing their data unnecessarily. Now, so what they do is that they create their own data center. Right? They create their own data center. Only them can have access to, and that is what is called private cloud. So the next one is the hybrid cloud. So like financial institutions as well, they may like to have some of their data on the cloud as well, that's on the public cloud, while the most important and sensitive data will be in their own data center. So now they are combining both the public cloud and the private cloud. That is what is called hybrid cloud. And that is where we will stop today. Thank you for watching. If you like what we are doing, please kindly subscribe to our channel and share as well. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye.